Hello my friends, HM here. This is another video about Ukraine blowing up a Russian oil refinery. This far, Ukraine has blown up 6 Russian oil refineries successfully in the past 6 days. That's quite remarkable. But let's go right to it and see some footage. Okay, this is the best video I found. I found a couple of videos. I've posted all of them on my Twitter account, so you can go there if you want to see all of them. I'll play it now. So we can see there's a fire here burning, definitely. And here's another fire, so at least 2 fires we can identify here in this picture. We can also see this fire over here has hit the important column where the distillation happens in this refinery. That's the most hard part to repair, and that'll probably cost $1 billion to get fixed, and because of lost production by the time it takes to get this fixed, it'll take. And here I'll just stop the video so I can talk a little bit. And now listen to the sound here. You can hear a third drone is coming in. Here you can hear it. Maybe I should turn the sound up. I'll turn the sound down again because otherwise it might go into my other microphone here. But you could hear the sound there. I turned it up, and now it will hit here. This one more time, same spot. Wait for it. That was small arms fire. There it hits. Lovely. The same column there, distillation column, is hit. So I'm pretty sure this oil refinery will no longer produce any diesel or gasoline for a very long time. But actually, I want to show you there's another place in the video. Let me see if I can find it. Right here. I think that looks like a 4th drone that has hit something, and that there's smoke coming up here. Maybe it's an optical illusion or something, but doesn't it look like this? Plus, the cameraman is filming it. Why would he film it if it wasn't a fire that he could see? He can probably see a lot more than we can see on this grainy video, but let's play it from here. So you can see, I think this is smoke coming up. And there's also the sound you can hear in the background from this drone. Now I also found this video here that is filming the incident from another angle, and here I think we can see that the smoke that's coming up that doesn't have any light from indicating a fire burning beneath, well, it could actually be just some smoke from some chimneys from a power plant or some other stuff happening perhaps at the refinery that's benign and not a result of an attack. But this video also got the attack, so let's you can hear the humming of the drone motor. Here you can hear it. And there it blows, so it hits. And here we can hear the sound. But that's the last video I wanted to show you. Let's see where this happened. So it happened right down here. We have the Black Sea here. Here we have Russia. Here we have Ukraine and Crimea here. But there's another map I can show you that shows Russia's oil refineries, or at least perhaps the largest of them. Let's magnify this map. The 2 red spots were what Ukraine hit yesterday and destroyed. But down here there are 2 more spots. A gray one that was an undestroyed oil refinery at the time of writing, that was March 16, but now that one was hit. This gray spot here is exactly the refinery that was hit. And the orange spot you can also see here, well, that was hit last year and it has been shut completely down. They haven't produced any gasoline or diesel from that refinery, and hopefully this other refinery now is also completely shut down for a very long time. And I want to repeat it here. Russia has used Western companies to build their oil refineries and much of their oil infrastructure because it's still one of the areas where companies in the United States and Europe are far ahead of everybody else in the world. Even China cannot help Russia to the same degree that Europe and the United States can, because we have the bulk of the global oil industry. It's located here. So Russia don't have that because they're under sanctions. No oil company allowed to go in and sell stuff to Russia or provide engineering services for this. So it will be very hard for Russia to repair their oil refineries. I also found an article on this attack in Ukrainska Pravda, which is the main source of information for me for these attacks because they're very well connected. And they are quoting an official from Ukraine that says that SSU drones have recently successfully struck 12 oil refineries in Russia. So I haven't reported all of them, but at least in the past 6 days, 6 more oil refineries have been struck. And it's a big uptake in the frequency of attacks from Ukraine, and hopefully it means that Ukraine has started some mass production of these long-range drones that are clearly very successful. It also says here that as a large-scale fire was reported near the atmospheric distillation towers, which were the primary targets. That's what I've been saying all the time. I didn't read it anywhere, but now it's confirmed that they're going systematically after these distillation towers. Before, I have seen attacks on oil tanks, which is kind of pointless because these oil tanks, there are like hundreds of them at each oil refinery, and if you hit one tank, it doesn't matter, and it's also low tech. Russia can easily repair an oil tank, and also the fire doesn't spread to the other tanks. It's constructed that way. But these distillation towers, they are super hard to repair, and that's what you want to hit. Also, I'd say that in the beginning, it won't have much effect on the Russian economy that some oil refineries are taking out, because Russia has, I don't know, they probably have 50 or 100 oil refineries of various sizes all over Russia, and other refineries can compensate simply by producing more gasoline and diesel. So it's important, of course, that Ukraine keep doing this and focus their attention on hitting oil refineries, because the more you can hit, the higher percentage of oil refineries you can take out, the more impossible it will be for the remaining refineries to actually compensate and increase production. And then Russia will be forced to import distilled products like gasoline and diesel from other countries, and of course they will have to pay an enormous price. Plus, it's not so that Russia can suddenly start to import millions of barrels of gasoline and diesel. There's no infrastructure for that because Russia didn't need to do that. So Ukraine should just keep attacking these oil refineries, and that will be very successful in hurting the Russian economy. But I'll follow this and I'll make a lot more videos about it because I think it's interesting to see how successful Ukraine can be in destroying the Russian economy. So if you want to follow these, please subscribe. And otherwise, I only have one thing to say, and that is have a great life in freedom and democracy. Goodbye.